Imagine you're sitting down feeling a bit bored. You just spent the evening watching some tedious TV. Stifling a yawn, you have a bit of a brainwave. You think, why not write a story about your own life with the grand notion of making it into a TV movie? It can't be any worse than some of the rubbish I've been watching, you think. Then off you go to bed. But you wake up next morning with this rather ambitious idea still in your mind and feeling energized. You reason, well, it could be a winner. And what's more, you're going to be the sole creator of everything in the movie. Vanity, vanity, all is vanity. It will be your baby, your brainchild, your labour of love. And what's more, you not only intend to get it made, but you're going to make it yourself. It's just as well that modesty was never your weakest point. You sit at your desk contemplating this grand vision. You are alone with your thoughts. You are the scriptwriter. You intend to film the epic using your own camera. You will be the producer, the director and star of the movie. After all, there's nothing to stop you. In truth, such a task would be way beyond the scope of most of us, to say nothing of whether our lives are fascinating enough to capture on celluloid. But what if you possess a colossal ego and vaulting ambition? Now this seems very grand, but just take a moment and step away from this overblown scheme and realise that any one time your mind is engaged, actively engaged in a similar way to shooting a movie, your movie of yourself. Well, why is this? Well, the thoughts you experience in any moment, whether large or small, is just a state of mind that you project onto the screen known as the world as you see it. In other words, you project your own unique personality, your thoughts, feelings and actions through your own movie reel, all according to a script that you assemble constantly inside your own head. Of course, from time to time during the course of the day, your script could get a little bit muddled, but it all happens inside your head at your control. Your particular model contains an assortment of thoughts, feelings, actions, beliefs, values, needs, wants, passions, ideas, fears, possibilities, and so on. All of this is driven by your own unique mental landscape and represents your version, your own personal model of the world. Those thoughts, people, and situations in it are purely a reflection of the way you think, the way you behave, how you feel, your passions, your fantasies, your desires, and so on. In other words, who you are. What your mind chooses to project and receive is just your perception, your view of reality. In any moment, it's purely a reflection that can extend and enhance you or limit you for as long as you hold on to it. Now, in part, the brain seems to act as if it's almost divided into two separate parts. We have the left brain and how that processes, and the right brain, how the right brain gets stimulated and activated. In other words, it can be said it is physiologically divided between the neocortex, the new brain, and another brain that is biologically much older. So your brain functions, your mind functions according to specific evolutionary criteria. This means you have the complexity of the logical articulate neocortex and the emotionally charged old brain, all according to your values, your beliefs, your thoughts, and your experiences. Now, some of these beliefs are irrational. They were formed a long time ago and they tend to get saturated with emotion. So it can be like a dance of the mind with your propped up ego always competing against a somewhat brittle identity. Of course, if you were the director of your own movie and you wrote the script, you'd have to determine how the characters in it would deal with some very difficult challenges. For example, complexity and conflict. Given you have the starring role, your beliefs will dominate the action when the camera starts to roll. And these beliefs are your values, your rules, and govern all your decision making. And most of the time, your mind pays strict attention to this, pushy director, your ego, your identity at work. Now think about it. If you were to make a movie of your life, would it contain maybe just a slice of optimism and too much pessimism? Or the other way around? Would it be about separation, conflict, peace, love, possibility or necessity, and what range of emotions are generally present, and how do you respond in given situations in your life at any moment. So if your mind were the producer, the director, the scriptwriter, the editor, the projectionist, even the audience and the critic, you would have the power to make any kind of film you choose. It's your mind in charge. Your mind has the power and the decision-making responsibility. When the director, you, shouts, "Action!" it is your mind that will determine what will be seen on the screen when the curtain opens. So why shouldn't the audience be held captive and spellbound by your performance? So why not decide to direct your mind in the very best possible way so you can get brilliant results for yourself, your loved ones, and for those people lucky enough to come into contact with you? Why not make your film, your life, a hero's journey? And wouldn't that be worth watching? Remember, you have many faces, many skills, many talents, and some wonderful attributes. Why not put all of this to use and focus on producing something special, given you are special? So I'm Mike Lally of KnowYourMind.com. Please visit my website. Till we chat again, take care. Cheerio for now.